Hey everyone, it's Amber at Sinless Sweets, and today I am showing you how to make sheet pan pancakes. Try saying that 3 times fast. So today on the episode, I'm just gonna reference them as pancakes to make it just a little bit easier. So let's get started. This breakfast recipe is great, especially if you have kids or you and your husband are on the go every morning. All you have to do is mix a couple of ingredients in the bowl, throw it on a sheet pan, throw it in the oven, and you've got breakfast for 2 or 3 days. The very first thing you're going to need is going to be rolled oats. Now that you're gonna need 1/4 cup of rolled oats. Now notice that this consistency, you're gonna make sure that you have to grind them up. So it's gonna be more of an oat flour. If you don't have rolled oats at home and you've got some oat flour in the pantry, that works just as well. So this is 1/4 cup of rolled oats, but kind of oat flour, I would call it. And of course, just like all of our other recipes here at the bakery, everything is in one bowl. We make it super simple to follow along, easy recipes that even your kids can help with. So this is 1/4 cup of rolled oats, and then we have 2 eggs. Now, it doesn't matter if these eggs are room temperature or just taken right out of the fridge, they're gonna get baked anyway. So that's 2 eggs that we're gonna add in. Now there's no particular order that you have to add these ingredients in. Everything is in one bowl, so we're just gonna mix it and throw it in the pan. Then we're gonna add, you're gonna need some baking powder. Now as I'm measuring out this baking powder, you're gonna need 1.5 teaspoons. So I wanna go ahead and tell you to go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. These pancakes bake for anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes, depending on your oven. So that's 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder. And then we're just gonna do just a splash of vanilla. So about 1/2 teaspoon, a teaspoon, I just use a splash. And then our last and final ingredient is going to be Greek yogurt. Now here at the bakery, we are an allergy-friendly bakery, so we are using the almond milk Greek yogurt, but any Greek yogurt will do. The almond milk does make for a little bit of a thinner pancake, so if you wanted more of like a thicker consistency for your pancake, I do advise using a Greek yogurt and maybe not the almond milk, but this is going to be 1/2 cup. So I'm just gonna scoop that in. And again, everything is in one bowl, so it's super simple to make. And then the one thing I really like about this recipe is you can get as creative as you want. So if your kids like chocolate chips, you can throw some chocolate chips on the pancakes. You can do berries, bananas, really can do anything. So all we're gonna do is just mix this all together. Now, if you have a little bit of extra time at home, especially if you're using the Silk almond milk Greek yogurt, you can stand to let this sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. The longer that the batter sits with the baking powder, the more it will rise and you'll get a little bit more of a thicker consistency pancake. But for today's purposes, we are just going to mix it all together and then just throw it in the pan. So this recipe calls for a 9x13 baking pan. But if you don't have one of those at home, you could just use a 1/2 sheet pan. Now you are gonna wanna line that, spray that with parchment paper. That way whenever you put it in the oven, the fan doesn't blow and get your pancakes messed up. So as you can see, this is a little bit more of a runny consistency, but that's okay, that's how it's supposed to be. So we're just gonna mix this all together, and then you're gonna pull out our pan. Now I have already sprayed and lined this pan with parchment paper, so all you have to do is just pour this batter right on here. Oh, that looks great. Now, if you wanted to do more pancakes or you also wanted to make them a little bit thicker, you could just double this recipe, and whenever you do that, it makes, double the amount. So all we're gonna do is we're just gonna spread this out. Now you do wanna make sure that whenever you are spreading this out, that you make sure you stay on the parchment paper. That way, whenever it bakes, it doesn't, you're not scraping pancakes off of the pan. So we're just gonna line that up. And then I have 2 different fruits that I'm gonna be doing today. I'm gonna be doing a blueberry and I'm gonna be doing a strawberry pancake. I love fresh fruit, but you can either use fresh fruit or frozen. It really doesn't matter. Whatever you have at home and whatever is easier. So I'm gonna do blueberries on one side. I have one son who loves blueberries and I have another who loves strawberries. So if you've got kids at home and you want to make some pancakes on the go, you can split it up. You could do 2 fruits. Like I said, you could do bananas. You could do some chocolate chips. Really, you could divide this into 4 and do 4 different pancakes in one. But for today's purposes, we're just going to do these 2. So I'm going to put these strawberries on one side, blueberries on the other. And then I'm going to pop this in the oven on 350 degrees for about 5 to 10 minutes, just to where whenever you touch the batter, it's not runny anymore. So I'm going to throw this in the oven and I'm going to be right back to show you what it looks like. Welcome back, everyone. It has been about 5 to 10 minutes in our oven on 350 degrees, and this is the final product. So we have blueberries on one side, strawberries on the other, but like I mentioned before, you can get as creative as you want to get with these pancakes. Now, because these are sheet pan pancakes, these do make for a thinner pancake, so it's not going to be very thick. They're more thin, so you can eat a couple more of them and not feel so guilty about it. Plus, they're a little bit easier to throw in that lunchbox or wrap up in a napkin and get it to go. So I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. We're just gonna cut a few pieces here so you can kind of see. So I'm gonna cut the blueberry side. So we're just gonna cut some pieces here, and then you can see all that delicious blueberry goodness. These blueberries are trying to come out everywhere, but these delicious blueberry pancakes. So we have a blueberry, we'll get a couple pieces there. Now, blueberry is one of my favorites. It's one of Jackson's favorites. But then, of course, we have some strawberry. So I'll cut some of this strawberry. We'll throw some strawberry on there. And then, of course, you can put your favorite toppings. In the Connor household, we absolutely love syrup. So I have some sugar-free syrup today. Sugar-free syrup. Say that 3 times fast. I have some sugar-free syrup today. So all you have to do is just pop that top, throw these bad boys in the microwave, and drizzle on some syrup. Look at that. That looks absolutely delicious. Now, these are great because they are good in the fridge anywhere between 3 to 5 days. All you have to do is just grab those pancakes and head on out the door. I hope you guys had just as much fun in the kitchen this morning as I had showing you how to make these delicious sheet pan pancakes. Remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on all things Sinless Sweets. If you live in the Augusta area, head on over to our storefront at 4336 Washington Road, Suite B. Or if you don't live in Evans or the Augusta area, check out our shipping menu at sinless-sweet.com, where you can have Sinless Sweets delivered to your door within 2 to 3 business days. Thanks for joining me, guys. Join me in the kitchen next time as I show you how to make more treats without the cheats.